This is 6.5, page 318 in your book, so go to page 318 right now. Let's solve some inequalities. Okay, again, distributed property. We should be getting good at this one, right? So that's equal to 3x plus 6. It's a way to clear out parentheses by multiplying them. Like terms are like 3x and 5x. They're like terms because they both have x on them. 2 and 3 are like terms because they're both whole numbers. Inequalities: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So those are the four inequalities. So it's called multi-step inequalities. Let's solve some. Inequalities are solved the same way as equations. Right here, the only thing difference is in an equation we would have an equal sign. But here we don't. So we just pretend like it's an equal sign and we solve accordingly. So our job is still to get the y by itself. So we get rid of what's added or subtracted first. So we're going to minus 10 from this side, minus 10 from this side. 4y is less than 8. Divide by 4. Y is less than 2. The difference about an inequality is that there's more than one answer. So all numbers less than 2 answer this. So they want us to graph those, and the graphing involves a number line. So you go like 1, 2, 3. You circle the 2. It's not equal to 2, so you don't color it in, and it's all the numbers less than 2. So you make a line. And I can't remember if we've done this before, but I've done this in other classes. I don't know if it's been this class, so because I kind of get confused. So that's graphing it, solving it, and graphing it. So they're doing the same thing. And then there's the graph, same thing that we did. So it's just like if you remember back in 6.2 where we had variables on both sides. Notice that's happening to us with the inequalities right here. We do the same thing. I'm going to add x to this side, add x to this side. 4x minus 8 is less than 4. Then I'm still trying to get the x by itself, so I'll add 8 to this side. Those cancel out. 4x is less than 12. Divide by 4. X is less than 3. So you draw your number line, 1, 2, 3, 4. Circle the 3. Less than goes that way. Okay, let's see if they agree with this. Solving. I'm going to keep, it's hard to see in there, I know, sorry. Why are they making it so hard? Well, they have the x on the other side, and if you peel that and flip everything around, it's the same as what we have. And they just made it a little bit harder. All right, example number 3 says charity bowling. You are organizing a bowling night for charity. Each ticket costs $10 and includes shoe rental. Shoe rental costs $5 per pair, and door prizes cost you $50. What are the possible number of people who need to attend to make you a profit of at least $200? So you have to make at least or more than, it has to be equal to or greater than $200 for your profit. So the first thing you got is the number of people. You're going to get $10 per person. Well, you don't know how many people, but let's just use 10p for people. 10 times p. And then you had to pay out some expenses. You had to pay $5 for the shoes plus $50 for the rental. So this is going to be minus 5c, because you got to pay $5 for every shoe that people have, plus, minus 50, because you got to take off $50 for what you paid, and that's got to be greater than or equal to $200. Okay? So 10, actually this is shoes for 5, it'd be p also, or x. Let's just use x. So 10x minus 5x minus 50 has to be greater than or equal to 200. So I got like terms here. That's 5x minus 50 greater than or equal to 200. Add 50 plus 50. 5x greater than 250, divide by 5. X has to be greater than or equal to 50 people. So you need to have at least 50 people attend in order for you to make at least $200. And they started it a little different, but see, there's the minus 50. Those are your expenses. There it is. So in solving the inequality, you're trying to get the z. We're trying to get the z by itself. There's no other z's. So I'll minus 15 from this side. Oh, my pen decided to go crazy. Minus 15 from this side. I get 42 is greater than or equal to negative 7z. We divide by negative 7. And when you divide by a negative, you have to flip the sign. So z has to be less than or equal to negative 6. And negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. I want to say we flip the signs. It's equal to, so you color it in, and then you go less than. I want to say that we have flipped these signs before. We've done this. Let me look back. Give me a second here. I'm going to look back in the book and see if I can find. Yeah, we did do this. We flipped these. You guys should remember doing this. Okay? Next one. We're just doing a lot more simplifying with it. So in this one we have variables on both sides. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this on a minus 3n from this side. Minus 3n. 8n plus 36 is less than negative 4 because those cancel out. I'm going to minus 36, minus 36. 8n is less than negative 40. Divide by 8. N is less than negative 5. So you would, there's negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. You'd circle negative 5 and go that way. Yep. Distributive property, 9y minus 18 is greater than negative 16. Add 18, add 18. 9y is greater than 2. Y is greater than 2/9. And 2/9, there's 0. There's 1 2/9 is about right there. Circle it. Don't color it in. Greater than. I didn't mean to put a dot there. There we go. What if each ticket also included a $1 beverage? How many people need to go? So now instead of, so it costs still costs $10 to go, minus $5 for the shoe plus $1 for the beverage, so it's going to cost you $6 per person, minus your $50 door prize. It's got to be greater than or equal to 200. So that's going to be 4x minus 50 is greater than or equal to 200, plus 50, plus 50, 250, x divided by 4, x has to be greater than or equal to 6, which is 24, 10, which is 2, 8, 25, about 63 people. It's got to be greater than 62.5, which would be 63. You can't have half a person. At least 63 was the answer. So you've done inequalities, and you're doing the same thing we were doing back there in 6-1. So have fun, show your work. Don't forget to flip the sign when you're supposed to, and we'll see you next time.